Alright guys, welcome to JPT. I'm Carson G and this is Just Plain Tech. In today's video, is this 10-year-old laptop any good at all? Alright, so first things first, let's go over the specs, because you need to go over the specs. Okay, so let's turn this thing over. So it's an Acer Aspire 1 ZG5. So it's very similar to the Asus EEE PC. 32-bit only processor, no 64-bit capabilities, so 32-bit only. A 160 gigabyte HDD, just the way I like it. Regular hard drives. Hey, I'm serious. They're better. Okay. 2 gigabytes of RAM. Actually, 1 gigabyte of RAM, upgradable to 2 gigabytes of RAM. So, let's see what this thing came with. Oh, sorry. Okay, so, Intel Atom processor, the Intel Atom CPU, and then, it shipped with Microsoft Windows XP. Is this thing still worth it at all today? So, just to make one thing clear, it doesn't run XP anymore. It actually runs 6 different operating systems, and believe it or not, I do use this thing daily. I use this thing as my daily driver, so, you know, it's like, it can't be that bad if I use it every day, right? I actually really like it. So, anyway, so the 6 operating systems, its default system is Cloud Ready, which is probably the most installed aftermarket OS. Most people that have this computer or the Asus EEE PC or something similar probably have installed Cloud Ready on their little notebook. Alright, number 2, Ubuntu. You gotta have Linux on any PC. Any PC, Linux. So, it has Ubuntu, 14.04 LTS, CentOS 6. I found CentOS 7 and 8 hard to install, don't ask me why. Linux Mint 19.3 XFCE, Puppy Linux, based off Ubuntu Bionic 19.03, and then Slackware 14.2, which I gotta say on Slackware, both XFCE and KDE desktop interfaces work really well, even on this old computer. So, let's fire her up, see how she does on all these different systems, and yeah. Okay, so here's Cloud Ready. It did take a good 2 minutes to boot up, so it's not going to be the fastest boot, but other than that, it's pretty good. So, if I must say one thing, this is a must-have operating system for a computer like this. If you have a computer like this, you definitely should have Cloud Ready Chrome OS installed on it. Alright, so yeah, it just works just like a normal Chromebook. Here are all our apps and stuff. It does come with VirtualBox built in, which I think is kind of weird, 'cause I don't really like it, but I can't remove it, so there's nothing I can really do about it. Okay, so yeah, let's see how quickly Chrome opens up. Wow. Right on the click. Sweet. Okay, so it really does make it seem a lot faster. Let's see how good the camera is. I think it has like a... not the best camera. I don't even know. Hi, me. Okay, so... it's better than you can see it on the phone. I guess the camera quality is alright. So... yeah, so it does have the Chrome Web Store and everything. That all works fine. I actually have some movies on this thing and stuff. It will read SD cards. So, there's nothing wrong with installing aftermarket OSs, especially if you have a Windows PC. I'd actually recommend it. So let's shut this thing down. Let's move on to Ubuntu. While Cloud Ready may be a good fit for that computer, Chromebooks aren't necessarily the best at gaming. There aren't much games you can get on them. So, hence why, one if not many of the reasons why I also put Linux distributions on this thing. Okay, here we are, Ubuntu 14.04 LTS on this teeny thing. Alright. So I gotta say, it does work out pretty good. Let's try some games, shall we? Why not? Let's try a game that uses lots of 3D rendering called Super Tux Kart. Alright, so let's start with the low-end stuff and choose Shifting Sands. See how well it will run that level. Not bad. I am impressed. I could do this all day. Oh, whoopsie. One in there. Alright, so now we're trying a mid-range graphics level course. And I gotta say, the loading time is like only 3 or 4 seconds, so which is pretty good. Oh, whoopsie. Looking at the camera, not the screen. Alright, so pretty good with mid-range. Alright, now I'm gonna try out a high graphics level like this one. Wow. This is amazing. Whoa. I better be looking at the screen. Wow, so it runs that surprisingly well. Okay, so here we are into my CentOS install with KDE Plasma. So, yeah. It does run pretty well, I have to say. It actually does run surprisingly up to speed. So let's open the file manager. Now that was a pretty reasonable speed to open at. Let's actually try some multitasking on here. Let's say I'll open a terminal. And then say I'll have one more thing open. I don't know. Let's say Tunneler. Why not? Let's try this game. And obviously I can only play it with one person. I can't. I can only play with 2 people, so yeah, it's not really gonna work, but alright, so that's CentOS on KDE. Alright, so now we're going to log out. Let's try on GNOME with CentOS, because CentOS comes with GNOME and KDE. Okay, so here we're on CentOS. This is the music visualization thing. Obviously I have it muted so I don't get copyrighted. Alright, so we're going to escape. So, I actually have 3 windows open here. And it is still running just fine. Music playing in the background. This on. Let's see what would happen if I were to open a game. Or multiple games. And now let's see, I'll just Golf. Why not? So let's see if I have all this stuff open. And let's see, I'll play Catman. Still amazing performance, even with all the multitasking I'm doing. So, honestly, this isn't such a bad experience. Honestly, it's a really great experience. But we're not done yet. Let's see how some other systems go. Moving on to Linux Mint. Alright, here we are on Linux Mint. Super Tux. I'm not very good at playing with one hand, though. Alright, so that was that. Let's try Extreme Tux Racer. So the load time honestly isn't too bad for a computer of its age. And the gameplay is excellent. So this is OpenGL 3D graphics rendering on this year old computer. On a computer that's this many years old, so this is actually pretty neat gameplay. As you can see, no glitches. This is like full up to speed. I'm not sure how many FPS. But yeah. Alright, so let's quit. And now, the moment of truth. Minecraft. Okay. That is not bad. No lag at all. That is outstanding gameplay. Don't got time for everything though. Exit to OS. Okay, here's Puppy Linux, one of the fastest Linux distros ever. Especially on an old computer, I'd recommend having this system. Alright. So, see what the battery life is on this thing. Well, we can't really see, but the battery life, right now it's at 16%, but the battery does really last a long time. Partially because I just replaced it not too long ago, but it has the 6-cell battery for it will last about for this computer, Acer Aspire 1 ZG5 will last about 4 hours to 5 hours, which is honestly pretty good for this old computer. And yeah, it's amazing. Alright, so let's see what else. Why don't we try opening Firefox? See how long it will take. Honestly, that was not too bad. That was maybe 10 seconds. Hey, at least it didn't take 7 minutes. Which is actually, when I installed Windows on this thing, that's actually how long it took. A full 7 minutes to open Firefox. But yeah, so there we go. There's Firefox. And now moving on to last but not least, Slackware. Alright, here is Slackware running KDE, Slackware 14.2. So this is Pac-Man Arena. Again, a 3D game that honestly, the graphics and the response time isn't that bad. Now the animations work just fine. Let's try opening Dolphin, the file manager. I don't know why I keep opening the file manager. Let's just close that out. Alright, so that was great. So, alright. So let's test out XFCE, but as you can tell, like, so far all these operating systems perform great, even on this old computer. Alright, so I typed in start XFCE 4. And I gotta say, the startup time for XFCE is not bad. That was maybe, like, we'll just wait till it loads up everything. Okay, that right there maybe took 20 seconds. Amazing response time. I would say on Slackware, I actually don't see a noticeable performance difference between KDE and XFCE. Yeah. I have this game, but I'm not going to play it. I already did that. So, yeah. Alright, so that was surprisingly not that bad of a performance from this computer. Actually, I do really like this computer. I use it daily. I actually use it to produce these videos. And yeah, like, this thing can do video editing, gaming, office, whatever you need it to do. Like, it will do it. Just, I mean, Windows, don't even think about it. Like, Windows is not happening, especially on a computer this old. But with Linux and Chrome, we can do it. Perfectly revives this old computer, makes it run good as new, and it is great. Stay tuned for my next videos. Oh, also be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell down below so that you don't miss out on our future videos.